I gotta say, for this year, for this good old 9/11 day, it's really stuck with me. Still been, watching and jerking off to all the videos online. Oh no. I've just been checking out like a lot of, well, not a lot, but like a few documentaries about this and that and the third, but also looking at the conspiracy theories. And I don't really know how to really reboot, rebut, rebuke, retard these 9/11 conspiracy theorists, because there's nothing, you always lose, really, if you try to argue with them. Not that I'm not on like YouTube and Facebook in the comments just being like, oh no, you fucking prick, you're a fucking stupid virgin cunt, what the fuck do you know about 9/11? I'm the expert on 9/11 and I'm unbiased and I'm telling you what, it was whichever conspiracy, it was a hologram, it didn't even happen. It just didn't even happen. Everyone's lying about it. But when you argue with them, it's like, well, I mean, it's like most conspiracy theories that are to do with like, government shit going on. Because if you, like flat earthers or flat moon or whatever, if you show them any kind of what seems to be evidence, like, look, here's an image, here's a video showing this entire thing, this is the expert opinion on, what would happen if like this was the reason it did that was because they're just like, nah, man, that's fake. Fake news, bro. Fake fucking news, nah. I've seen individual tested things. I've seen people conduct their own 9/11s in their backyards, and it didn't collapse the way it was supposed to. Didn't collapse the way you see it. But the way you do rebuke those kind of claims is you just say to them, well, that guy is actually part of the government, He is actually in support of... He's trying to make 9/11 conspiracy theories seem crazy so that less people believe in them, so that people don't want to believe in them, and instead they just believe the official narrative instead. This is the real conspiracy theory. And they're like, they shit their pants through just the circular logic of all this. But that would make sense. But it just seems to be... I can't really get into the whole... Well, I'm trying to, but like the whole 9/11 conspiracy theories, mostly to do with, I suppose, the collapse of the towers, of the three towers, because everyone just says, oh, there were no collapse like that. They're saying it was a controlled demolition. And okay, so what's being said is that 9/11 was conducted by the American government against itself to convince everyone that we should go to war, right? War? I'm actually not sure exactly about the reasons. I'm sure it's profit-based, but whatever. And so that's what they want to do. They want to conduct like a massive... They've never really gone through with this before, or maybe they have, and everyone's just... Some of the conspiracy theorists are just saying, oh, it's happened before. Every terrorist attack has been that, like the previous World Trade Center attack. So anyway, but whatever. So whichever way, they're conducting it against themselves. So they're getting like these Middle Easterners from around the world, from around the Middle East, to hijack the planes and fly them into the World Trade Center. So they do that. I'm not seeing too many people say that there's like explosives going off as the planes go into the building. Like, oh, when you crash the plane, it's not going to like explode quite the way you want it to. It's going to be very like, inside the... What we need is some like explosives hanging around like underneath people's desks. And when the plane hits, we'll press the button and they'll explode and make a big explosion. So when people see that, they'll be like, whoa, big explosion. You must invade the Middle East. But people are saying that their collapse, it was controlled demolition. So they had to fly the planes into the buildings and then set off a bunch of controlled demolition throughout the building, so that not only did planes go into the buildings, but also, if that's not good enough, we also need those buildings to come down because they've got whatever kind of intelligence and and this and that throughout the whole bloody thing. All these financial records of all the hot players throughout the government over the years and decades. All right, fine. I can accept that. I will accept that. All right, so you convinced me. But I've been looking through like mostly these kind of conspiracy theories and watching a few videos. And, oh man, I'm not going to get into the details because I can't, because I'm stupid, because I can't remember it. I'm just trying to remember too much stuff at the moment. But I am seeing like a difference in character between people who just seem to believe the official narrative and then those who are conspiracy theorists. Like people who simply just believe in it are like, oh, it's so terrible. I mean, they just say, oh no, it happened this way because when it collapses like that, it's like pulling in the structure around it and has what's it called? An exponential collapse. It's causing like kinetic energy to more and more, forcing it further and further to collapse in that kind of manner. Swear that it is from the burning and melting, it's shaping the. And then the people who are conspiracy theorists are like, no, you're fucking stupid. There does seem to be, if anyone was even listening to this podcast, I piss people off, but there does seem to be people, conspiracy theorists, who seem to get on in it because it's just a fun thing to do. It's a fun little be like, oh man, I know the secrets, bro. I mean, this is like conspiracy theorists in a nutshell. I mean, if you just look at things and be like, yo, that doesn't make sense. That's fair enough, I certainly want to split pubic hairs here. But conspiracy theorists that are like all in and everything's a conspiracy and everything's governmentally controlled and you can't really prove or disprove anything they're saying because otherwise they can just say, it's photoshopped. It's just a construction, bro. It's just a simulacra. Then they're kind of the ones that are like, really smart and they're like really in the know. They have this like secret knowledge that other people don't have, even though they just read a few articles and watched a few videos on BitChute. But, and it also makes them not seem like government supporting cucks. It makes them seem like they're not just into, they're not just like these sheeple, these like, sheep following, sheep fucking people that are just believing everything that comes from the government. They're not like that. They're too smart. They're too like 3D chess brained so that they get around that and they have their own ideas and ideals, but those are surrounding also other ideals of the masses. And it's all, yeah, and from what I'm seeing, it's just always just like, oh, if the planes hit the buildings, how come they collapsed? Oh, bro, I don't know, you gotta look into it. Oh, did you see a couple of weeks after it, Dick Cheney was asked about some sort of question about 9/11, and he looked nervous. Oh, I'm very suspicious, I'd say. I mean, you gotta like take all these factors and see, would they work in a court of law? Would it all work in a court of law? And if so, then congratulations, you've uncovered a mass conspiracy. America attacked its own planes and its own country so that it could do something that it could just say that it wanted to do. I mean, if you want to go to war with someone, why don't you just say so? Especially if you're America. But as usual, with either side though, what both sides are going to do is they both will claim that, oh, how dare you say this one way or the other. This is disrespectful to the people that died in the attacks. Disrespectful to the 2,977 people that died, which seems to be counting the terrorists as well. Oh. But yeah, but if you say that, then you're shaming the other people into being like, oh, I'm sorry, I will go onto your side. Whichever one that might be. I mean, it might be either the truthers or the truthers or the truth-fisters. Is that all on the topic of 9/11? All I have to say is that if you don't have the same opinions with me about 9/11, then I'd say you're disrespecting the 2,977 minus 19 people that lost their lives in the attacks. How dare you? How dare you not have the opinion that I have, that 9/11 was really great? How dare you? You're disrespectful to the memories of the people that died. Those people actually died. How dare you? You have the same opinions about me on the Barbie movie? That's disrespectful to the people that lost their lives in the 9/11 attacks. I'll kill you. While we're on the topic of political shit, hey, Aussies, we got The Voice coming up. Woo! You're The Voice, try to understand it. I was doing that kind of joke on stage. Not really. Oh, then I play the riff on a didgeridoo. What I've been saying on stage, but this is real, is that when I was at my parents' house, my mum asked me what I was going to be voting on with The Voice that's coming up. And this is serious. I said to her, I don't watch that show. So that's how politically informed I am. But hey, it's a good thing that the Australian government gave us a official referendum booklet on this Voice, I suppose. Doesn't really say anywhere. I was kind of laughing because it says here, voting is compulsory. Voting is compulsory. Sorry that we voted no unanimously. 100%. I was thinking today about something really horrible. So I'll say it. Because if I'm right about this, I'll be very smug. But I reckon there may be some kind of riot in some Australian city, either on the day of The Voice or when the results come through. I don't know if that's the same day or not. Yeah, no, I'm not saying who's doing it. It's just a bunch of Slovians angry about it. Oh, well, I gotta go down to a primary school and vote. This is bullshit. Why do I have to do this? Otherwise, I cop a fine. So very helpful for them to just be giving us this that goes over reasons to vote yes and to vote no. Why should you vote no? Yeah, I mean it is a it's going over the two different sides for this. I don't want to go over all of it, but I mean the case for voting yes will mean a better future for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and all Australians. Vote yes for unity, hope, and make a positive difference. All right, that sounds great. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, but wait a minute. It says here the case for voting no, it's not simply about recognition. It could represent the biggest change to our constitution and our history. It would be divisive and permanent. If you don't know, vote no. Oh. All right, well, I'm not really reading a whole lot. Let's just read what's in bold. Australians should have details before the vote, not after. All right, fine. But what kind of details? All right, whatever. This would be the biggest change to our democracy in Australia's history. Whoa, it's so exciting. I'm so glad I'm around for this. I hope I get hit by a fucking car on October 13th. Anyway, boring. What's on the next page? More reasons to vote yes. This idea came originally from Aboriginal people. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Constitutional recognition for concrete results. Voting yes will recognize them as the First Peoples. Oh, wow. When I walk around and I see an Aboriginal, I'll be like, oh, I recognize you. You were the First Peoples. And they'll give me a thumbs up. Oh, wow. Voting yes means celebrating and sharing 65,000 years of history. Well, we haven't been sharing it for that long. And I wouldn't say sharing, but, for what, how long it's been? 280 years? I thought, Aboriginals had been longer than that. Although, actually, that's a long time. Wow, it'd make a practical difference for the future. Wow, who doesn't want that? You should vote yes. It'd be amazing. Oh, but wait a minute. There are no details for voting no. The government won't reveal key details before the vote. We don't know how it will help disadvantaged communities and close the gap. Well, if it is doing that, that's nice, I mean, I guess it's bad if it's like, hey, we're going to like help feed very poor Aboriginal people by killing white people and cooking their meat and giving them as a stew to starving Aboriginal people. Oh no, that doesn't sound good at all. I want to help, but not in that kind of way. Oh my god, man, making myself fucking hungry. And we don't know how many members this voice could have. It's so boring. Why couldn't they like send out a fucking an animated documentary about an animated made for kids like it was PSA that's like really scary. It's like a vote for no is a vote for death and genocide across the country. And then this is meant to be an ad for like playing in like prime time. Well, not prime time, but like throughout the day. So kids can see it. They're like, oh, mommy, vote no. The Voice, another one for no. The Voice will not unite us. It will divide us by race. This is from the Shadow Minister for Indigenous Women's and Warrapiri Woman. Woman? Just one of them? Oh, she said it. Oh, all these Aboriginal people are going to be voting no. Oh, how dare you. You fucking hate yourselves. Get out of the country. So yeah, I guess it seems like there's no real details. Oh, why don't we have any What did they say? So the yes is saying, it doesn't make any sense to do that detailed consultation until we have the support of the Australian people to change the constitution. Yeah, what else? Ensure people have a better life. The Voice is a vehicle to deliver real improvements for Aboriginal and TSR people in life expectancy, infant mortality, and health. Because when the kids are born, we're going to stop hitting them over the head with a steel pole. There's going to be less of that. There are nearly 2,000 Indigenous rangers working on country. Not this country, on country. Working to prevent bushfires, controlling feral pests, and improving the health of our rivers. Alright, that's great. They're already saying, like, that's already happening. What, do you want more? Is that what the Voice is going to be? It's like, now it's going to be 3,000. So yeah, this is just all saying, like, oh, more education stuff and more health things and so boring. Oh, but voting no. Here's another reason why it won't help Indigenous Australians. Oh, well, I'm voting no then because I want to help them. Because there are currently hundreds of Indigenous represent bodies. I have a staff of 1,400. A centralized voice overlooking the needs of regional and... What? A centralized voice risks overlooking the needs of regional and remote communities. Oh, I thought they were just saying, talking about ranges and shit. How much more remote do you get? A national voice cannot speak for cunt and tree. Oh, another Aboriginal who's against his own fucking voice, huh? Get out of the country. Go back to where you came from. South Asia. Some more for yes would be that it saves money. Oh, wow. That sounds great. It's fantastic. See, they're not spending money. They're saving it. Because you get robbed less. Together we have a chance to take the next step. Recognizing Aboriginal, hey, I know you, through a voice. Other nations with similar histories formally recognized their own First Peoples years ago. Right. Stop saying recognized. So, as this 1967 referendum, 80% of Australians voted yes to changing the constitution, so Aboriginal and DSR people would be counted in the population in the same way. Yeah, there wouldn't be flora and fauna anymore. You're a plant. No, I'm not. No, you are. You're a bloody plant. I'm gonna fucking burn you. I'm gonna stick you in my bong and burn you. Oh yeah, and it's saying it was a unifying step forward. Oh, was it now? Is it really that much better now? Oh, I mean, is that right? Oh man, I think this yes vote's gonna come through, and everyone's still gonna be complaining later, like, oh no, it's still not doing anything. We need an Aboriginal Prime Minister, just like in that TV show, The Leftovers. It can only happen when you're like in the afterlife or when you're in limbo. What we need is an Aboriginal leader who's the true leader of this country. The way we go through Supreme Court cases and legislation is you look into the stars in the remote regions, and then you just count the stars, bring them together, and make a story out of it. And you're like, and this is why we are banning abortion. Oh no, fuck. So more for the no. Well, they're saying it will be costly and bureaucratic. Oh no, I hate bureaucracy. We don't know how much additional funding will be allocated. But wait a minute, use the vote for yes, so to be saving money. Oh, I'm so confused. I don't know anything. I'm being pulled one way or the other. I'm voting maybe. Many activists are campaigning to abolish Australia Day, change our flag, and other institutions and symbols important to Australians. Yeah, why don't we fucking change our flag? Why the fuck have we got some other cunt's flag in our flag? If our flag was just the Southern Cross, just against the blue, I'd be alright with that. Why the fuck has it got to have the Union Jack in that? What a bunch of hooey. We're not fucking part of Britain anymore. Fuck that place. If Britain blew up, I'd be like, oh no. Oh well. I mean, who the hell would care now? Fucking Britain. Britain these days are all about just trying to convince everyone, no, we're still part of the cultural conversation. Oh, we're doing really fucking well, thank you. Look at all these great movies and TV shows and fucking and the culture in general. Britain, you had your time. You had your time throughout the 60s, sporadically up until... Oh, what was the last good British band to come out? I mean, that's like still rather popular. I don't know, man. This is fucking boring me to death. But another case for voting no is that it opens the doors for activists. Well, that's it. I'm voting no. I don't want these activists like fucking standing in the streets, getting in my way. Like, you shall not pass. Oh my god. Unless it means more of a chance of people running them over. And I sure as hell want to see that video. Oh my god, I thought this was finished. I can't keep reading this horse shit. The more for yes. Oh, back to the device that works. Oh. We can't solve all the challenges Indigenous Australians face overnight. Well, fuck you, I'm not voting yes. We need action now, as well as planning for the long term. The Voice is about advice. But no is saying the Voice will be permanent. We're stuck with it. Even if it's bad for Aboriginals. Oh no, we can't get rid of it. You can't? Can't you just have another constitutional thing to just get it out? After like a year and a half. Oh no, this isn't working. They banned abortion. No. There are better ways forward. The decision is yours. Oh, man, I didn't really learn anything from this. I mean, that's the thing. It's just so fucking vague at the moment that I'm just not knowing shit. But, you know, everyone's like, oh, you better vote yes. You better vote yes, you cocksucker. You want Aboriginals to die. If you vote no, you're basically killing them. And you don't even believe 9/11 existed. Huh? You think it's just all fake and everyone was lying? That's disrespectful to the Aboriginals that died on 9/11. How dare you? So that's basically I'm so fucking out of it, man. I'm so fucking tapped out of the political spectrum. Because it's just a bunch of cunts that are just like one way or the other enforcing their beliefs on you. And if you're not with them at all, they're like, hey, you need to think the same way I do. And if not, you're a cunt. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. It's that whole thing. So you know what? I'm not voting for this shit. I'm not voting for fucking anything. I wouldn't even vote for a referendum that constituted that it would give me $1,000. I still wouldn't even show up and vote. I'd be like, fuck that, man. I'm not getting involved. I know there's some paperclip bullshittery coming through. I'll probably get $1,000, but I'm sure someone wiped their ass with it, so I'm not going to be happy about that, am I? So that sounds like a bunch of bullshit. No, I'm sorry. I'll vote yes. I'll vote yes, right? No, I'm not. I'm voting no. I'm voting no. Oh, what are you, a dickhead? Huh? Fucking stupid. Trying to get apples into the fucking government, huh? Already got enough of them hanging outside the parliament with their goon in their camps, in their tents. How dare you? They've got enough parliamentary recognition already. Yeah, fair enough then. No, how dare you? I'm not racist. I'm not racist. And that's why I'm voting. Yeah, no, I'm fucking not voting at all, man. Because this is where the political conversation is going. Like, it's just vague. I don't know anything. There's no details. It's not like a cut and dry thing where it's like, hey, are you in support of gay Aboriginals getting married? So, yeah. I'll vote yes. I'll vote yes. It's the right thing to do. How dare you not vote yes? How dare you? What are you, racist? Are you being racist, are you? Fuck you if you're racist. I don't like racists. So that's it. So that's my pithy fucking... whatever. I don't give a fuck. I still got about 3 weeks to decide if I'm going to vote maybe. Either way, I'm sure I'm going to get a bloody fine for not voting. But anyway, that's been the political episode of the David Morgan Brown Experience. Oh, diving deep into the big issues. Oh my god, man. I'm sure people who are like against 9/11 in general, I mean against the who are conspiracy theorists and want to vote no, are going to be really pissed off if I had a fucking audience, if they were listening to this right now. But I sure as shit don't have an audience. I got fucking no audience. The only time I have an audience is when I go up on stage and I'm like, listen here, Allah wills it that you will all perish in hell. There will be another black day for you all. Inshallah. You will all face the wrath of Allah, you infidels. You must convert now to Islam, or you will face the blackest of black days. It will be a 9/11 for Australia, but much bigger, times 1,000. And everyone laughs, applauds, and I walk off stage. Comedian's like, dude, you're so funny. I'm like, you don't understand. You will face the ultimate wrath of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad will come back, and he will fuck you all in the ass. And that right there is a little example of my stand-up comedy.